gratification. If you would have taken that deal and taken that money, you would have been happy for a week. But 2 months in, when you hear the story of some poor guy who lost his house from gambling, you'd feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And so would I if I did this stuff. I have a conscience. That's the whole thing about this. They have to attack our morality on a level and destroy our to the point where we don't have a conscience. You have to have no conscience to sell your sanity. You have to be a bad person. That's what's so upsetting about my current position. The people who are attacking me are the bad ones. I know in all wars, both sides think they're the good guys, but I have principles and a conscience. They don't have even any of these things. That's been proved with COVID. COVID is dangerous, be afraid of COVID. COVID is dangerous, be afraid of COVID. Don't talk about COVID anymore. Okay. Anyway, on to today's programming. They don't believe in any words they say. They don't give a fuck. They just say what they're supposed to say. They just repeat it like parrots. So they don't have a conscience, they don't have morality. They're just talking pieces.
It was the same as at Twin Towers. The woman was reporting the tower falling before it had even fell.
Bro, I don't want to die, so I'm just going to say I heard about that. Very unusual. And that's the thing. It's insane. So we're living in this post-truth world, and now this is all happening to me, and I'd like to think, at least, because I have genuinely suffered. I went to jail, and it was only for 94 days, 3 months, just over 3 months. But I would like to say that Romanian jail is about 5 times of English jail. We can put it down to like 1.5, maybe 2 years, without charge. In English jail, you get to at least leave the room, hang out with the guys. The lads are all right. I don't speak Romanian. I'm stuck in my cell. My cell was about this, from this table to here. This was my room. I didn't leave for 94 days. I don't get to leave. I lived in there with the cockroaches. I genuinely suffered. I went through a lot. And one of the things that gives me solace is knowing that I suffered for a reason, at least. And I think the reason I suffered is to wake people up to a lot of things about the way the world works. The harder they push this narrative and the less people believe them, the less credibility they're going to have to hurt anybody else. So at least, perhaps, there's a good side to all of this, right? They're going to try every weapon on me to the point where it's so obvious all they do is lie that it's going to be very hard for them to lie again. And hopefully it brings some truth and some honesty to the world. And that's, I guess, where I've been trying to find some solace from the experience overall. But yeah, and I'm still in the middle of it, right? It's all just beginning. It's not over because I'm out of jail. I have a long trial ahead of me, which I knew was coming. People were saying to me, they won't charge you. They have nothing. I said, bro, they have to charge me. Oh, but they don't have any evidence. You think this is about evidence? You think this is about evidence? And most people's idea, when I talk about matrix attack, call me misogynist. Women don't get it at all. Like the girls I talk to. I'm under a matrix attack. Yeah, but you're innocent and you'll have a good lawyer. It has nothing to do with a matrix attack. That's why it's a matrix attack. If it was about innocent and good lawyers, it wouldn't be happening. The judicial system is not always about being innocent and having a good lawyer. Look what they're doing to Trump. Trump's been indicted. It's crazy. At a certain level, you get to the point where they just say, get him. Don't care. Get him. On something. Get him. And that's it. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter who your lawyer is. It doesn't matter if you're innocent. It doesn't matter if there's evidence. They waited till they had 2 days left of house arrest because you can only hold me 6 months without charge. They had 2 days left and then charged me.
How was it being in prison for the first time? Was it a wake-up call?
Yeah.
Or did everything sink in? Shit, this is real? Because there must have been a stage you must have felt untouchable. Money, fame, private planes. They can't go for me. Surely they can't go for me without concrete evidence. Was it a wake-up call for you when it sank in how deep this goes?
Yeah. I never felt invincible because I've always understood that you can never be bigger than the judicial system of a country. The Matrix will not allow anybody to do that. And no matter what country, you could take the most backwards country. Let's invent a country. Backwards land, which is a complete shithole. But as soon as you're bigger than the judicial system, you're a national security threat. So nobody can be bigger than judicial systems. So I understood that. But I understood I'd done nothing wrong. I didn't think I'd really I knew I'd attracted attention, but I'd been quite big for a while at this point, so I knew that I'd probably been investigated head to toe. I've been investigated head to toe a bunch of times, I'm sure I have, and I knew I don't do anything wrong, there's nothing to find. But it is uncomfortable, it is an uncomfortable position. But when I went to jail, I wasn't shocked. Not because I'd done things wrong, but because I knew this was,